What's good, fellas? Welcome back to another video. Gentlemen, I titled this video Signs That You Are a Grown Man. I should say signs that you are a grown ass man. So it's no secret by now. You guys know that I consult and coach a lot of you guys. I speak to a lot of guys who are even, 15, 20, 30 years my senior. I coach guys who are in their 50s, some in their 60s. I coach guys who are younger than me, some, young men, 18, 19, 20. I have friends who are way older than me, 50s, 60s. This is how I get a lot of game and just understanding of different things, life, business, how to navigate different things, as well as my experience in life, right? And so even just monitoring myself of how I've developed throughout the years, how I used to think when I was 18, how I think now, and dealing with different people, I've come to realize that age does not mean that you're wise, nor does it mean that you are a grown man. You see, what makes a man and what hardens a man, what fortifies a man, is experience. And you can get experience at a young age. However, a lot of people think that just because you have a dick, that you're a man. Just because you can shoot somebody, that you're a man. Just because you get women, that you're a man. That doesn't mean anything, right? And so, that being said, let's get into the video, because I really believe that this is going to help a lot of people. As I always say in all my videos, we get it, Dud. I know, but I'm talking from real experience, what I've noticed, actually in myself that made me become a grown man, because I used to think like a boy. I used to be a little boy. You know what I mean? Like, I was real deal, like 23 years old, and I felt like I felt like a preteen, bro. Like, mentally, I didn't care about anything except for girls, basketball. I wasn't thinking about the future. But that's how it is when we're young. When we're young, we don't really think about the future. We think that we're invincible. And I'll never forget the moment that switch happened for me, where I was like, oh shit, I'm a grown-ass man. Number one, you don't wait for people in order to get things done. You see, I've always been a pretty proactive person. I'll give myself that. But being, honest with you guys and candid, there has been certain scenarios in my life where I've been a little bit passive, and I maybe waited for somebody to do something or get something done so that I can do it. And I've realized pretty early on, nobody's gonna do the thing for you. Nobody's gonna achieve your goals or, live your dreams or really help you get to where you want to get to. And if you find somebody that's willing to help you get to where you want to get to, that's either a real friend, a real woman, or somebody that really cares about you. But for the most part, you gotta do this shit off the muscle. You gotta do it for you. So I no longer wait for anybody's approval or things like that. If I want to pursue something, a goal, I go out and get it, bro. I go out and try my all. Sometimes you may not achieve it. That's the reality of it. But you pick up a whole lot of lessons along the way that fortify you, right? And so a grown man understands that nobody's going to do the thing for you. Nobody's going to be as passionate about your goals and dreams for you. You got to go take life, right? I know sometimes you can hear people say that good things come to those who wait. Man, fuck that. I ain't waiting for shit, bro. I'm going out and taking it, bro. Literally, I'm not waiting for anything. You don't know how long you have here. You don't know when it's your last day. People are dying left and right. I just buried a whole bunch of bodies, in the last year alone. People I love who have passed away at a young age, bro. My older brother passed away at 36, bro. Never in a million years would I have ever thought that I wouldn't even be able to experience my 30s with my brother being alive. So I'm not trying to hear none of that shit, bro. You gotta take what you want out of life, right? Take what you want, go for your goals, and don't give a fuck about what anybody thinks. Because at the end of the day, when that casket dipped, when I watched my brother's casket dip, bro, well, actually, he was cremated, but when I watched him in the casket, he was just there alone. He was alone. Born alone, die alone. So a grown man understands that it's just him. And he goes out and he does what he needs to do. Number two, prioritizing your rest. You see, I used to always want to be in the club scene, always want to go out, always want to go see where the hoes was at, always trying to do this, that, and the third. As I got a little bit older, bro, like, I mean, that stuff really started to interest me less. Like, I look up and I see, yo, my family's struggling. Shit, I'm struggling. Like, it's time to make some money. It's time to go do something and produce. All that going out to the club is gonna be there. All that going out and like chasing girls, that shit doesn't matter, bro. Because at the end of the day, when you become a man of high esteem, the women's gonna be there regardless. There's nothing new under the sun. So me staying up late and doing all types of nefarious, frivolous things serves me no point. And so I started valuing my sleep and my rest. I'm a man who trains 5 days a week, right? I take care of my body. One of the biggest things I've always struggled with, and still a little bit even to this day, is getting quality rest and allowing my body to fully recover. So once I started taking that seriously, I noticed that I really started to reap the benefits. Cognitively, I started feeling better, and my life just started improving. A grown man understands that he has to rest. He has to conserve his energy because he's going out and producing every day in the world. You can't be up till 2, 3, 4 in the morning playing video games, especially when you got to work the next day, right? Especially when you got responsibilities and people that rely on you. And so, you know, a grown man understands this. You got to be selective with your time, selective with your energy. You got to protect your energy. And honestly, the older you get, the more you realize that you're going to have to say no a lot more. You're going to have to be more selfish with your time and value your time and only allocate your time towards things that's going to give you a return, right? And so I started getting real selfish with my time, bro. Like, I started really like pouring all my time back into me. Obviously, we have family, we have things like that. You serve the ones around you that you love, but ultimately, bro, you need to value your time. And I truly believe that once you become a man, bro, your time becomes so much more precious because it's your biggest asset. And you know that every time you give it to somebody that didn't deserve it or a situation that wasn't worthy, it's just a waste because ultimately there's no return. Number 3, you stop chasing frivolous sex. I've spoken about this before, guys. I told you guys, you know, in college, I ran through girls, bro, in college. And it's just part of being an athlete, you know, like all my brothers, we just ran through women. And women was always my vice. It was always my vice. Some guys had issues drinking, gambling. For me, it was just women. I just loved women. I loved experiencing different kinds of women. I loved dealing with different African, different European, Asian, Latinas. It was something just intriguing to me, right? And I still do love women. Like, there's no surprise there. I love women, bro. I really do. However, I value my time more. I value my body more. I value myself more. And I don't chase frivolous pursuits anymore. I now make a woman work to even get some of my time and attention because I know where I'm going in life and I value myself. And so once a man really comes into his own, he realizes that chasing frivolous sex and ass is pointless. It doesn't serve you. It's dangerous. There's a whole bunch of diseases out here. And honestly, what is that doing for you besides boosting up your ego? You see, that would be a man looking for external validation, which you shouldn't, because ultimately that makes you weak. As I always say to you guys, a man should know who he is internally because of the strength of his character, right? And what he's producing and bringing to the world. So once I realized that, bro, I just stopped chasing frivolous sex. And hold up, guys. It's getting a little dark in here. Let me see if I could turn on the light. It's getting a little dark in here. Out of nowhere, a storm started coming. So I'm about to just sit really close to the camera and then hopefully we can get this video done. Number 4, you don't feel the need to correct or prove anybody right or wrong anymore. You see, as a younger kid, like in my early teens or like even in my like 18, 19, I used to want to like prove people wrong. Like, nah, I'm right, I'm this, I'm that. Bro, when you're a grown man, you don't got time to prove nobody shit. You know that people are set in their ways and you got your own things going on. You working on building your own life. You got your own responsibilities, your own duties. You don't give a fuck about what the next person cares or has to say about this or that, bro. As long as it's not affecting you, they're not being disrespectful towards you, bro, you keep it pushing. Because at the end of the day, it's like beating a dead horse. You trying to convince somebody why this should be this way and that should be this way. That's one reason why I never get into politics. I don't care. I have my beliefs. I have, certain things that I believe, and I'm not gonna sit here and have to argue with somebody about why I believe what I believe. I'll give you guys an example. You have some people on this channel that will comment, "Oh, why are all the women in your thumbnails, fair skinned?" Or, "Oh, you must not like black girls," or, "Oh, you think you're this." Nah, eat a dick, bro. I don't give a fuck about what nobody is saying. Pardon my French, not to be so vulgar today on this lovely evening. Sorry, but bro, to keep it frank with you, I really don't care. And as you age, as you really come into your own and find your own identity and get to understand who you are as a man, you care less about what people think. You don't feel the need to prove or overexert yourself and position yourself of, having to explain or prove anything to anybody. You realize that, again, you want to conserve your energy, because ultimately, all of that zealous and fervent energy, that passionate energy that you're using to, argue with somebody, you could use that to put it towards your goals. Bro, you got to conserve your energy and utilize it towards things that actually matter, bro, because a lot of things in this world are just trying to take your attention, take your energy, and really get you off rhythm, right? You go on social media and you see ass, as I've said, girls showing their booties. You see people posting things for rage bait, trying to invoke an emotion out of you. And I'm to a point where I spot that stuff from 7 paces away. Like, there's posts on the internet that are clearly staged. They're clearly just made for exciting people, and people take it so seriously, commenting paragraphs. "Oh, God. Bro, I don't give a fuck about none of that shit, bro, just to put it frank with you. And so a sign that you are a real man, bro, is you don't feel the need to prove anything to anybody, bro, except yourself. Number 5, you stop thinking about only yourself. You see, as a man matures, whether you're in your early 20s, late 20s, 30s, 40s, sometimes it takes guys until their 50s. Believe it or not, there are grown men walking around here at 55 years old who are still mentally boys. Trust me. So that being said, you realize that life is not just about you. All of us men, all of us are called here to serve. We're all called here to help, right? We're all called to contribute. And so you start to realize that, damn, this life shit isn't just about me, bro. Like, what's my legacy gonna be? How many people am I gonna help? What am I gonna offer to the world? What service am I gonna provide? And once you start looking at life from that perspective, you tend to find more fulfillment, because ultimately you can have all the money, you can have all the things, but if you haven't helped anybody along the way, it becomes pointless. It becomes trivial. This is why you see a lot of, girls who do OnlyFans and they post their tits and all that. Well, one of the reasons why you see these girls, or anybody that does any type of work that society looks at as low, let's be honest, they got their cash by spreading open their BH, you know what I'm saying? Which, if you don't know what a BH is, you know what I'm saying? And yeah, they have all the money, but it's not fulfilling. Or scammers. I talk about scammers all the time, right? Because I'm a little bit more familiar with scammers. Scammers who credit card scam or do all types of fraud. And a lot of guys come up off that and make millions. But deep down, they're not fulfilled. That's a fast life. You always have to be running, because once you slow down, that type of life catches up to you. So it's like, you realize that the true way to wealth is through service. It's not all about you, bro. Like, you can get the money, but at what cost? Number 6, your mission and purpose consumes you. You see, when a man is truly driven, when a grown man is actually focused, yeah, you can go do trivial things. You can go out with your friends, go enjoy some glasses of wine, go to the sports bar, go take out the trash, go wash the dishes, go change the tire, go vacuum the car, all the little trivial things that we have to do in life as human beings, right? But as soon as you're done doing that, or even during, you're thinking about your mission. Damn, I gotta get this done. I gotta go do that. I gotta upload this video. I gotta go do this. I got this call. You're always thinking about your mission. A grown man is always focused on mission, bro. Simple. Yes, we tend to the other areas of our lives. You guys always hear me talk about being a healthy man, right? So water the garden of your life. Water your woman if you have one. Water your children. Water your family. But damn it, water yourself. And one way that you water yourself is by focusing on your mission and your life's calling, bro. You gotta always get back to it, bro. You gotta always have that pivot foot on the floor. You may turn right, you may turn left, but you gotta reverse pivot, bro, and lay that bitch up in. Because at the end of the day, bro, a man without a purpose and a mission is a lost man. And that's a man that tends to fall into what modern society will call depression, right? And so a grown man is always focused on mission, bro. He's always focused on purpose. He's always focused on being all that he can be. Number 7, the 7th sign that you are a grown man is that you honor your word. Myself, I don't say things that I don't mean, bro. Like don't get me wrong, I would joke and I'll have fun, but when I'm being serious, bro, I watch what I say because I understand the words are powerful. So I really pay attention to what I say, bro, because I have to keep my word. In fact, I'll oftentimes verbally say things just so I keep my word. Like, I'll say something like, I'm not gonna eat ice cream sandwiches for the next 2 weeks. And when I say it verbally, I have to keep my word. In fact, just because I just said it right now in the video, I can't have it for the next 2 weeks, right? Because I said it. A man honors his word. A real true man honors his words, right? Like, you can't be out here just saying things just to say things. Your word has to be bond, and other men will respect you, okay? You have to be able to say something and stand by it. And when you stand by and you hold yourself to this type of, caliber, this type of status, you will always make sure that you, one, refrain from saying something crazy, right? Refrain from saying something that you don't mean, and saying the things that you mean. Number 8, guys, the 8th sign that you are a real man is that you always look people in the eye when you're speaking to them. Now, obviously, I have to give disclaimers. You're not being weird and looking at people like this, but you're looking at people in the eye. You're knowing that you're paying attention. You're letting them know that you're paying attention, that you see them, that you respect them, especially when it's an encounter with another man, especially if it's in the first few encounters. You want to look that man in his eyes, shake his hand firmly. I know this is something that your father should have told you, right? You look at that man in the eye, shake his hand, and you're not cowering away, looking away. Nah, you're a real man who's sure of yourself, and you utilize eye contact to communicate. And number 9, guys, you realize that you are not immortal. So you stop playing with your life. As young men, we tend to, kind of disregard the fact that we're gonna die one day, that we're not gonna be here forever, right? As young guys, we feel like we're invincible. Especially like when I was like 15 to like 20, I really felt like death, like that's crazy, right? You feel like you're invincible till I started losing people, till I almost died a few times, man. Shit, I almost died last year, New Year's, in the jungles of Colombia. That's another story that I'll tell you guys maybe soon. If I had a little bit better lighting right now, I would tell you guys this full story of how I almost died last year in the jungle. Maybe that's another story, another video that I'll tell you guys, because I actually almost died twice last year in the jungle. If you guys want to hear those stories, comment down below. But you realize that life is, you can get touched out here, you feel me? You can get touched. Like, you're not immortal, bro. You can get touched out here. So you start to take your life way more seriously. You become more calculated, right? And you really start to live with a purpose, bro. You want to make an impact. You want to leave a legacy because you realize, like, it gets to a certain point to, like, when you turn like 25, I would say, that's when people around you start dying. You start to see your parents getting a little bit grayer, older. You're like, oh shit, Mom Dukes is getting older, Pops is getting older, this person is dying, that person is dying, and shit, I'm already 25 years old. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm a quarter century. Like, yeah, that's young, but damn it, like, you know what I mean? Like, you don't live the good quarter, bro. So a grown man starts to realize, I've got to leave my mark in this world because one day I too shall perish. You know what I mean? So, and number 10, guys, the final sign that you are a grown man is that you don't make the little things the big things. As a juvenile, I used to aggrandize things and make things seem bigger than they were. Like, somebody cut me off in traffic and I'd be like, oh, F you, F this. And I used to complain. And as a grown man, you don't complain because complaining doesn't do anything for you. You realize that you're only gonna produce or you're not. And if it's something that's out of your control, you can't do anything about it, so let it go. You don't blow up the trivialities of life and make it into something that is bigger, right? You walk outside, you're getting ready to drive, and you notice that you have a flat tire. You start screaming. For what? You're overexerting yourself for something that's out of your control, right? You're girl leaves you. You walk into your house and she's getting her back blown out. Maybe there's some, 6'8" Tyrone dude whose ass is touching the ceiling fan, dropping dick in your bitch, right? Hey, maybe that is your fault. But at the end of the day, she's getting pounded. Now what? You keep it pushing. Like, I know it hurts, but you're going to be okay, bro. As long as you keep working on yourself as a man, life will get better. You need to understand that. That needs to be your common denominator. Whatever happens, whoever dies, whoever F's me over, whatever happens, I go broke, I'm going to get it back, I'm going to be okay. Right? And a grown man understands that life is cyclic. He understands that life works in cycles because he done been through some storms. And by this time, he has some wisdom. And he understands this too shall pass. Right? Al final todo pasará. You know what I'm saying? So a grown man understands these things about life, these great truths. And so this is a pure and sure sign that you're a grown man. You don't let the little things really get you down, bro, because you done been down a couple of times and you know that you're gonna supersede this and overcome it. So guys, that's the video. I know it got really dark here out of nowhere. It's literally like 4 in the afternoon and it was super sunny, but now there's a cloud that came over. I wanted to get a piece of content out for you guys, because I know a lot of you guys are going through a lot of things as you're figuring out life. So guys, comment down below, all right? Book your consultation calls, and I will see you in the next one, man. That's the video. Salute.